Jerry Mallory here for SB Nation and PoD.com, rocking the Barry Sanders, the number 20, here to talk about pick 20. Now, on the last podcast, we talked about how there will be some viable options available for the Lions to choose when their time comes there at pick number 20. It's a deep draft, and based on our needs and how things are panning out, there'll be 3 or 4 very good names sitting right there for them to choose from. So I came up with this kind of calculation, semi-educated guess. I alluded to it on the podcast, so now I'm going to reveal it to you right now. The first thing that we'll do, we'll show the list of names, guys, that will not be available there at 20. Don't waste your time. Don't dream about them. Don't ask about them. Aside from doing a trade, we won't have a shot for them at 20. And then we'll take a look at another list. This is 8 names. Now, all 8 of these guys won't be available at our pick, but I'm willing to say at least 2 to 4 will be, meaning this: the Lions will have several viable options that plenty of us, whether it's on Lions Twitter, PoD, Lions fans in general, plenty of us will be satisfied with. Let's take a look at that first list. That dream on, forget about it. These guys won't be available at 20. And so here they are. If you're looking here, there's no rhyme or reason as far as those numbers. It isn't a mock draft. I'm not ranking the best to the worst. I've just got the names sitting right there. Those 13 guys. So you see, you've got the quarterbacks kind of mentioned first, and then there's some other guys. Quentin Nelson, he's just not going to fall to the Lions. Tremaine Edmonds, Roquan Smith, Denzel Ward, all these guys, some of them we really wouldn't want to draft anyway, like the quarterbacks. But on the other hand, you have like a Minkah Fitzpatrick that you would love if he could potentially fall to the Lions. Now, I do have an asterisk next to one, and that's a Vita Vea. Now, every single year, a player or 2 falls. You look at last year, O.J. Howard almost made it to the 20th pick for the Lions. No one expected that. No one expected Reuben Foster to be there. So there's a number of reasons. Some guys move up the draft board while others move down. It could be injuries. It could be reports. You can get the Laramie Tunsil treatment and get found with a bong pitcher right before the draft. Whatever the reason is, someone is bound to fall, a person or 2. And so I have the asterisk next to Vita Vea. Of all these guys that could potentially fall, I'm saying he's the one that's most likely. And I'd be more than pleased with him. I'm sure all of you here in the Lions universe would be as well. So there's your list of the guys that won't be available. We kind of grade out that list. Don't get your hopes up. Let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the guys that both fit a need that the Lions would look at and has a realistic shot of being there when the Lions pick at 20. Let's take a look. So this one is numbered with a reasoning. If you look at the numbers 1 through 8, all of these guys, I'm ranking them in the order to say this: if all of them were available at pick 20, this is the ranking in which I would want them. So Harold Landry tops the list. Now, he has an asterisk by his name because he is the least likely to be here at 20. I'm doing a little bit more wishful thinking than I probably should, listing him here still being available. As the draft process has moved on, the odds of him being there has decreased day after day, but we keep hope alive. We have the other guys, Isaiah Wynn in that mix there, Will Hernandez. So I have an asterisk next to another 2 guys, and that's Mo Hurst as well as Leighton Vander Esch. And the reason for that is this: we don't know 100% how their medical is going to shake up. There's been some rumors with Leighton. There's been some confirmed things with Mo, but we don't know the extent of it. So if they're available at 20 and we don't pick them, they could fall even further. It all depends on how their medical looks. But I do like both of them, if healthy, as a fit for the Lions. So, did you get a good look at that list? Who do you think would be available in that mix of guys? Any of them unrealistic? Harold Landry, anybody in those top 13, you say, you know what, Jerry, I think they may fall to 20. Leave your thoughts in the allocated section. Of those guys, who would you like to pick? Am I missing someone? Are you a Lorenzo Carter fan? Rashaan Evans? The list can go on and on. Leave your thoughts in the allocated section. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. We'll be back in a couple of more days talking about, the NFL draft. So until then, I want to thank you once again for tuning in. And as always, this has been Jerry Mallory for SB Nation and PoD.com.